Well, it appears to be one of the oldest scams in the book, one of the oldest skamazes in the book. The old fake sale. And not only did Kroger, the nation's second largest grocery store, get caught doing this, but a large number of other stores have been put on blast for overcharging their customers due to fake price tags and fake fake sales to give you the impression that the item is on sale when you're actually paying not just full price, but more than full price on a wide variety of items. Let's get into this story. It's not just Kroger. I've got other stores to report on as well. Fury, as Probe exposes how America's second biggest grocer overcharges customers by listing false sale prices. Kroger is facing scrutiny after investigation alleged the grocery giant has been overcharging customers by listing expired sale prices on shelves, only to ring up the full price at checkout. This is why you got to check your receipt. The second largest grocery chain in the U.S. used this tactic in at least 14 stores in 14 different states, and that's just the ones they looked at. Secret shopper tests in stores in March, April, and May found more than 150 items labeled on shelf edges with outdated discounts that no longer applied at the actual register. This produced an average of an 18% markup on the items found, according to the report. Now, I worked retail a long time. I did planograms. I did price updates every single day. We would print out all the price tags for in electronics, and I had to go replace the items when they were on sale or go replace. They just print it out. This is one of the big jobs I had to do when I was in retail. And if you left the wrong price up, they would usually honor it, especially if it's like $1 or $2. Now, if it was on a computer and it's $100, they're just not going to honor it and tell you to go pound sand. Most stores will honor it. But what they're counting on is that nobody looks. And how many people, of the hundreds of people a day that were buying, Campbell's tomato soup, how many of those people were actually looking down at that price? You buy 100 items, okay? You buy 100 items at the checkout, or you have 100 items in your cart. How are you going to remember what was on sale and what wasn't on sale when you get up to the checkout? Some prices jumped as much as 60%. On average, the expired discount tags were at least 2 weeks out of date, meaning that thousands of Americans ended up spending more than expected on items that they thought were discounted. This comes as consumers are already feeling the pinch with high grocery prices, as well as the prospect of substantial price increases on everyday items as a result of incoming tariffs, which again, I don't believe that the tariffs are going to be that big of a deal. That's just not what I mean. I think that stores can make a little less money, and I think stores can find alternative places to get some of their goods and avoid a lot of this nonsense. Avoid a lot of this, these price increases, right? On average, the expired tags were at least 2 weeks out of date. Food prices have rose 24% between 2020 and 2024, according to the Department of Agriculture. Well, Donald Trump was not president then. So I'm not exactly sure what the implication is here, why they would say, oh, it's Trump's tariffs, when actually these prices were already high. Here's this. Let me see if I can. Why is the audio not working on this? Let's mute it.
Charged at the checkout. A sweeping nationwide investigation found that Kroger stores and Kroger-owned stores frequently have expired sales tags on the shelves. Some of those items expired for 90 days. The New York Post reports customers in multiple states have previously filed class action lawsuits claiming they were charged full price at the register for items on sale. Joining us to talk about it, attorney and CPA Lucy Petrie. I was in Kroger before we started the factor tonight.
Were you? Did you know about this? Were you checking on the prices?
I always check my prices.
Very carefully.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, yeah, you always check your prices, but That's not exactly easy to do, is it? There's a lot of work that goes into just keeping, like, you have a cart full of goods. They are counting on you not paying attention. That's what they're counting on. But it's not even just Kroger. Here you see Amazon post fake prices for popular product line. This is a brand new lawsuit that just started in fall. Here's 9 more retailers that have the most misleading prices in America. Let's start with 12 retailers with often misleading sale prices. Okay. Based on the analysis, Consumers Checkbook says it believes the following retailers' sale prices are, quote, usually misleading. Amazon, Banana Republic, Dick's Sporting Goods, Foot Locker, Gap, Nordstrom, Old Navy, Wayfair, and Williams-Sonoma. Among the stores in this category, most of the items tracked were always or almost always on sale, according to the Consumer's Checkbook, meaning it's not really on sale. That's just the regular price. These ones are often Best Buy, Dell, Home Depot, JCPenney, Kohl's, Lowe's, Macy's, Michael's, Office Depot, Overstock, Staples, and Walmart. They note that fake sales have become a lot more common over the past 4 years, with more stores engaging in the practice, according to summary findings. Quote, some retailers suggest their prices represent steep discounts, marking items as on sale for being 50% or more off regular prices. This can make customers think the sale offers are a fantastic deal. The opposite is usually the case. We've discovered that most items can be purchased for lower prices elsewhere. Target implicated. Now, good stores. I'll give you some good stores. Costco, Apple, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Costco. That's it. That's the only ones that got a good bill of health. I mean, you have class action lawsuit from Amazon for allegedly falsely advertising a popular product line with fake list prices and discounts to trick customers into making a purchase. The lawsuit filed back in September says by David Ramirez is accusing the company of misleading customers about the price of its Fire TV by tricking them into thinking that they are getting a limited time deal. He alleges that Amazon achieves this by putting TVs on sale, but marking up the former prices, the list prices, as higher than when they were originally selling for, giving the illusion that the customer is actually receiving a steep discount. The Fire TVs are in fact not on sale, reads the lawsuit. The advertised sales prices are not limited time deals. The list prices are not real. Amazon tricks its customers into buying Fire TVs by making them believe that they are buying Fire TVs at a steep discount. Amazon omits the critical information concerning how long punitive sales would even last, or putative, I don't know what that means, when the list prices were actually in use, which plaintiff and class members relied on to their detriment. I mean, this is something that goes on everywhere. Here's an article that came out just how to tell. Retailers are going into overdrive with their markup prices, then seemingly at deep discounts to make the deals look more attractive. Retailers are facing more uncertainty. So how do you get by this? Deceptive pricing. Consumers Checkbook is a good website that kind of monitors this kind of stuff. It tracked the prices of more than 25 items at 24 major retailers over 33 weeks last year. Researchers concluded that at 8 companies, more than half of them they tracked offered false discounts every single week or almost every week that they checked. It's also an effective technique because shoppers usually aren't tracking prices that closely. As consumers, we don't know what the right price should be, so what do? Well, awareness. Google announced a feature this month that makes it easier to comparison shop. U.S. shoppers can now see a product's price history when searching Google and view in the general trends in the item pricing, the company said in a blog post. This is a great way. So let's test this, right? Let's see. Let's look at, what should we do? Phone cables. All right, let's see this. USB phone cable. All right. Let's go to the shopping. Let's see if they still do this. DeWalt makes a USB. I'm a DeWalt guy. Look at these, $1.99. I was told that oh wait, that just goes here. Well, let's see. How do I see? Oh, because they're on sale? I'm not really seeing the historical price here. Let's see. These are in stores, all products. How do I even find this? Did they already get rid of this? Let's see. You find it. Once you're on the deals page, you'll find promotions and markdowns, top holiday. It doesn't seem like they're doing this at all. Oh, price insights in Chrome. Okay. They have the price insights feature, and you have to use Chrome to get it. All right. On that page, select the product, scroll. On that page, select any product, scroll to the price insights. All right, well, let's select. I'm not using Chrome, so I don't know if that, if we want to go here and look at the Bamboo 3D printer, where are the price insights? I only see violation. Here we go, price insights. So they still have that. They have it, here it's at $12.49 at 3D Universe. It's cheap there. Okay, so that is helpful. So that's smart to see. That way you'll know if you're getting a good deal. So shout out to Price Insights. I'm sure there are third-party tools that do this as well. But yeah, be very careful over at Kroger. Apparently they're now you could argue, you could make the argument and say, well, Kroger is just, they're just they didn't do a good job taking down the tags. Or you could make the argument and say, well, they're not very excited in running to take the tags down because it hurts their bottom line. Which one do you think it is? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.